What's up, Millennial Plastic Stacker here, never slacking, steady stack in Nebraska. What we're about to do is another APMEX unboxing. Got two of them in the mail. I got one on June 16th, and I got one that came on the 20th, I believe. Alright, so I'm about to pop open the first one, show you what that's about. Got it from APMEX, APMEX. Wow, and there it is. It's actually as big as I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be a lot smaller. Dang. I'm about to pull it out the package for y'all though. Wow. This thing is heavy. It's really heavy. It's got some weight on it, you know? Look at that. That's a 2015 America the Beautiful Nebraska Homestead 5-ounce quarter coin, $quarter. Okay, so the story behind this coin, well actually let me tell you a little bit about the coin first. On the obverse we have inscripted United States of America. We also have inscripted $quarter. The word liberty and the motto, "In God we trust." On the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, like below his neck, on his neck, there's a little initials that says JF. That stands for John Flanagan, the person who is behind the portrait. He designed that portrait of George Washington, I believe in, I don't want to butcher this one, but like 1932, somewhere around that time. Okay, so on the reverse, what we have is the inscription Homestead at the top. On the side we have Nebraska, and on the other side we have E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. And I think that has something to do with how we became like, we went from like state to state, like we were broken up type shit, and then we're just one government type shit, I don't know, some shit like that. Alright, but, what else do we have? Okay, so on the back of this coin, we have a picture of some food, corn, we have shelter, and we have a water pump. And also we have the monument, the Homestead, which is located in Beatrice, Nebraska. That was the first successful homestead. Also, the first successful homesteader's name is Daniel Freeman. This man was the first successful homesteader, and he died in about like 1908. The National Park Services bought his land in 1930s, and from there it was a national monument, protected land. And the person who first initiated this whole national park and national site stuff was Theodore Roosevelt. From what I hear, this man was a hunter, he liked the nature, and he wanted to protect certain geographic places in the United States that have symbolic meaning. Okay, so on the edge, this is not a reeded edge coin. Okay, so this is my first like smooth edged coin, but it's got lettering on it, so it's edged lettering. And there's the lettering, you can't really see it, but there's some words on there. What it says on there is .999 fine silver, 5.0 ounce. Okay, so we've got our weight and our fineness on the edge of the quarter. The denomination of this quarter is 25 cents. Now this is the most expensive 25 cents I ever paid for. It actually reminds me of the first time that I bought. I say this is my first time attempting to buy coins. When I was in 8th grade, we went on a field trip to Lincoln, and I had bought 3 nickels and a TEP, tamper evident packaging, and I spent about $3 on it. And I remember I showed my principal that, and he was like, "Congratulations, you spent $3 on 15 cents." And it was just like, wow, that was kind of stupid. And I don't even think those were real silver. It was just like debased coins. But this right here, I made a better decision on this one. This one has 5 ounces of actual silver, which is, silver's at about what, $15 right now, or a little bit over that. 15 times 5 is 75, so $75 worth of value. On top of that, the artistic value of this coin. This coin is beautiful, and you know it is. And if you don't have it in your collection, you should. The Homestead Act, which was signed in by Abraham Lincoln in 1862, gave away literally about a little bit under 300 million acres, 10% of the United States geographic. And this land was given to people to expand towards western United States. So they wanted to populate Nebraska, you know, and South Dakota, and all these other places over there, Iowa. And it was extremely successful. I mean, from what I hear, it was actually hard in Nebraska because, you know, we have a lot of Great Plains. Well, it was the Great Prairie Land, Great Plains, and flatlands. So prairie fires, tornadoes. I mean, the settlers had to put up with all this. Also, Daniel Freeman, the first homesteader, this dude was actually, he was actually a veteran of the Union. So, shout out to the Union. And actually, the only qualifications for free land is you had to be 21 or older, head of the household, not a Confederate, pay a $10 fee, improve on the land, and stay there for 5 years. If you can do that, you were entitled to 160 plus acres. An acre is a football field. That's 160 football fields. After the Industrial Revolution took off, the government actually began to give out more land than that. So upwards of 300 acres. And actually just as recently as 2010 in Nebraska, we had the Homestead Act of 2010, which gave out, they accepted 60 applicants, and they were giving out free lots to anybody who would build a residential building there and home there and upkeep it and stay there for 3 years. And that was as recent as 2010. And, you know, the thing about the Homestead Act is that sounds a lot like socialism, but who's calling it that? That's good economic policy from what I hear. What else? So yeah, I really love this coin. It actually surpassed my expectations. I thought it was gonna look smaller in person. It's actually bigger than I expected. It like takes up my whole hand. Like, wow, this thing is huge. All right, so that's the first coin. That's my first 5 ounce America the Beautiful. All right, now I'm about to show you my second one. I just got this one. So I'm excited. It actually came a day earlier than it was supposed to. Actually, both of my coins came a day earlier. So shout out to APMEX for that. And another thing I like about this coin is it comes inside this capsule. This protects the coin from like air contamination, the chemicals in the air that tarnish the coin, and you don't have to put fingerprints on it. So if you don't have any gloves, this capsule is ideal. So if you get 10 of these, they come in a tube with no capsules, or you can do a monster box, and that's like, I believe 100 coins, and that comes in no capsule as well. So if you want capsules, you're gonna have to do the individual coins. All right, so here we have this one. Whoo! The Professional Quality Precision Hand Tools. Okay, this is the equivalent of a hard hat. This is standard issue. If you don't have a pair of gloves, I'm going to assume you don't respect objects and that you are not an expert. So that's just how I feel about it. Wow. Nice. And these are supposed to be a large. They seem a bit small for a large. But wow, yeah, there it is. And I'm not doing this to be like Michael Jackson. I'm doing this so I can protect my investments and my coins and just, I'm 25 now. I plan on holding these coins 200 years. I plan on living 200 years. 225 is the age I'll die at. With that being said, what do y'all think the value of this coin is going to be 100 years from now, 200 years from now? Let's be real. All right, we got something else in here. Not just a pair of gloves. Not just. Another America the Beautiful coin. This is the 2019 coin. I'm somebody who appreciates relevancy, new, modern. I had to get the 2019. I just had to. I got the Nebraska coin because I'm from Nebraska, so it was only right that I got this Nebraska coin. It's also only right that I get the 2019 because I like to stay up to date. This is also another beautiful coin. If you ask me, silver looks much better 5 ounces in 5 ounces than it does in 1 ounce. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. This thing, the weight of it, oh, like, wow, I can't get over that. It's so big. That's what I love about it. Okay, so on the obverse, we have the inscription, or the legend, you could call it, United States of America. Below that, we have $quarter. We also have the word liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." The image is, here's the relief right here. So it comes up off the field. The field is the background. It's a very shiny coin, might I say that? Like, wow. Dripping too, dripping sauce. This is the most sauciest coin I've ever seen. One of them. Okay, so on the reverse, what we have is the American Memorial Park. It says, in inscription, it says, in Mariana Islands. The N stands for North Mariana Islands. On the bottom, it says 2019. And on the side, e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. It kind of reminds me of the John Wick coin. It said like en casa suda or some stuff, something like that. And that meant to cause itself. But so I wonder if they were trying to like play off of this. And actually, I've been thinking about that movie, and I was thinking that movie was probably about all the coin stackers. So anybody that's a coin stacker, you're a part of the secret society. And for all I know, 50 years, 100 years from now, that's how things are going to be. People with coins are going to have their own little secret society. Okay, so here we have this portrait on the back. It has a PH on there. That's probably the person, I'm going to say that's the person who designed the coin. I'm not sure what his name is. Also, we have the monument, the flag monument, the flag court, the Memorial Court of Honor and Flag, which was dedicated on June 15, 1994. 1994 was the year I was born. That was actually 3 days before I was born that this was dedicated. And it was the 50th anniversary that honored the Chamorros, the indigenous people to that land, who actually also gave their lives and helped the Americans. A lot of innocent people died in the Battle of Saipan. And what that whole thing was about was, okay, so in 1898, we had won the Spanish-American War, and we had acquired Guam. Okay, so let's fast forward to 1941. The Japanese got all high and mighty and took over Guam. Okay, America's not stepping down. We don't play that. So America goes over there with their guns and whatnot. And 1944, and we take over Guam. We take back the Northern Marianas, which includes Tinian, Rota, and Saipan Island, which are volcanic islands. And we beat them in 1944. They beat us, We took it back in 1944 after they had gotten it from us in 1941. So that's a very interesting story. Also, the lieutenant in charge of like the Imperial Japanese Army killed himself after losing that battle, like because he promised his people that they would not lose the island. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep. But this whole battle was known as a turkey shoot for the Marianas. I mean, they said the Japanese army was outnumbered. And I mean, I looked at some of those videos, the footage, and that was crazy. The war footage, literally suicide kamikaze Japanese bombers taking planes into United States military vessels in the water, literally taking a plane and blowing up a ship. Like, that shit was crazy to me. I mean, you'd have to really like want to win the battle to do something like that. But at the end of the day, they were gonna die anyways. Is what I'm thinking, because we were shooting down planes left and right from what I've seen. Oh, okay. So the flags that are on here, that's a United States flag in the front. In the back, we got a United States Marine flag, a United States Army flag, etc. Okay. Let's see what else. Saipan, Saipan, the island. That's where this monument is located, in Saipan. Saipan was actually the capital of Japan. So that's a big deal. We took their capital. That's the equivalent of them coming over here to Washington D.C. and just taking it over. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this also, it's not a reed edge, it's smooth edged with edge lettering. On the side it says .999 fine silver 5 ounces. There's a girl in this photo with her hands on a dedication monument, and on that monument are the names of the people basically who gave their lives, and it's honoring those people. And the reason why I like this coin, actually the reason why I like both of these coins, is because I think the artistic value on them is beautiful. I think it has investor qualities, so the silver content, 5 ounces, $75 worth of silver. By the way, this one cost me like 100 and, actually I can figure that out right now, let me see. I'll tell you how much these cost me, because I got the receipt right here. I hold on to all my receipts. Okay, so the cotton gloves cost me $9.36. The America the Beautiful Memorial Park, the Mariana one, cost me $103 for that coin. Okay. Let me know if I'm overspending or not, you guys. Not that I'm not really like picky like that. I plan on having this a long time, so as long as I'm not spending more than like 20%, or even if I am, I guess, I mean, I'm sure I'll make it back. Okay, so my Nebraska coin, this one cost $135. There was a hell of a premium on that coin, but I had to have it. I'm from Nebraska. The information on it just drew me in. Another reason why I like these coins is because the America Beautiful series is because they bring back memory. Like, they really refresh your memory and they teach you things. There's a story to be learned on these coins. What else is about these coins, man? Like, for real, memory. You get your memory back. I had heard of the Homestead Act, but this coin drove me to just dig deeper into it, dive deeper into that information. Alright. Let's see. Also, I brought half a tube of some Eagles. Working on filling this one up. And I brought these out because I just wanted to use my new gloves, man. You're not an expert if you don't have gloves. That's my opinion. Wow. So there we go. I can finally touch my coins without fear of tarnish. I don't have to just touch the edges anymore. That is so annoying when you have to just touch the edges. Let me put this other glove on real quick. All right. Okay. Yeah, I just think the Beautiful series are just more exciting and appealing than the 1 ounce Eagles. It's just how I feel about that. Also, I got my gold necklace. Another reason why I started stacking. At one point, I was like, man, I'm gonna just start buying a bunch of gold chains, silver chains too. Okay, but then I realized that's very overpriced. I had got this Modern Trader magazine. In the Modern Trader magazine, there was a list of alternative investments. The alternative investments included coins, which they said were up 100% in like 10 years. And I guess the best performing alternative investment was classic cars, which were up 400%. Under the coins was jewelry. Jewelry was up, I don't want to even throw a number out there, but it was up less than coins. So I said, rather than buying coins, why not rather than buying jewelry, buy coins. That's a better way to invest your money if you're trying to acquire gold and silver. Okay, also I got tired of wasting my money on clothes and shoes with nothing to show for it. Drinking, all of that. When you buy one of these, this lasts forever as long as you don't bust out and go broke and sell it all or pawn it off. I mean, I've went broke. Like, I've lost a bunch of money trading, and there's no better feeling than, I knew I was making the right decision when I was able to look in my safe and see that I still had silver left. Yeah, I may have lost some paper money, but guess what? I still got this, so I'll never go broke at the end of the day. Also, I got a lot of heart. That'll be the reason why I never go broke. You gotta have heart, courage, discipline. That's more important than this. But there you have it, man. Get you a pair of these gloves. Get you some of these Eagles, American Eagles. What year are these? These are 2018. I'm a current dude. I like the current year. The current year is cheaper. On top of that, relevancy. I'm a millennial. Okay, so I'm gonna put these back in the tube. All right, well, there you have it. My stack just went up 10 ounces. Beautiful coins. I'd recommend it. I think everybody should grab the Homestead coin because the history behind that is just undisputable. You need to get it. And I would say get this one too. It's going for a good price. It's 5 ounces of silver. The artistic value on it is not bad, and intrinsic value on it is spectacular. The portrait is to die for. If you're not stacking, you slacking. That's just how I feel. All right, there you have it. Millennial Plastic Stacker. I'm out of here. Paper trading plastic stacker. Never slacking, Nebraska. Get at me.